Okay, moving on. Game 2, we're gonna have Shota coming out for Aka instead. As of now, though, it doesn't seem too bad for RC considering the fact that they have a huge point lead because of 4-man elimination. But with a wax artist trying to look for an embalmer in an area like this, if you don't have window lock, it's gonna hurt you quite a bit, is what I'm going to say as of now. No, actually, he does have window lock, never mind. Drop here, it does seem like the Weber's Law will be coming in towards effect. 5 seconds of a movement speed boost of 20% right here. Drop being able to get that movement speed boost to rotate towards another area right here. It's pretty good for the survivors as of now. But even if they do get a 3-man elimination and D next game gets a tie, no, 3-man escape and D next game gets a tie, it's not going to do you that well considering the fact that game 2 did have a 5-man elimination. Then getting the first hit there 30 seconds in towards the game. All survivors has begun decoding, but also at the same time we're getting the wax here pretty darn fast. The same time there in this area there's really not much you can do, but that was a beautiful flywheel. But now we know that this embalmer actually does not have borrow time as of now. With this in mind, it does seem like Shota is going to be able to at least get a 1 elimination here, successfully landing the 100% wax, and that will be an immediate hit down. From the survivor side as of now though, Embalmer's coffin is actually in shock, but the problem with that is there is a teleport on towards our hunter as of now. With 3.5 ciphers done, it still does seem like this may actually become a tie game, but knowing that there's an embalmer on the field as well, thankfully you know what, honestly, thankfully there is a teleport. But also at the same time, if our Antiquarian comes in for the overtime, then that simply just means all what our embalmer has to do is just to go in straight towards the corner into the sea of that boat and start drowning himself there. Meanwhile, Antiquarian can come in to harass. But with this in mind, it's going to be a double stun, even though, well, I mean, that stun didn't really do much, to be fair with you on that point, except for the fact that, you know, it locked up the Mercy and the Antiquarian at the same time. But good news for Antiquarian here is it's not going to be a max present wax artist, and also Shadow will take this slow debuff is gonna hurt. Well, that's gonna be one. We're only gonna use one. We're only just going to use one. That's all what matters here. We're only going to use one. Meanwhile, Malum here can do whatever the hell he needs to do. That's going to be a pushback, and we're gonna do with it under a stun, being near the boat. Gets it on towards the embalmer once again. But you know what? The good news is we bought quite a bit of time. When you look at the ciphers right now, the other 2 ciphers are currently decoding almost up towards 30%. Before Malum right here, just standing by that location, as we do see there as well. Oh, gets the hit down once again. Shota wanting to bait it out, didn't really get a hit on towards anyone right there, wanting to get the body block. Malum's doing a really good job from the Antiquarian side. Survivors here, 2 cipher machines at 50%. This is why we all hate harassers after a 3 cipher pop, because holy crap, they can do so much. They bought way too much time. But what we see here as well though is the fact that Drop able to utilize that window speed boost, but Malum probably would be going down here, utilizing that flywheel right there, thinking that she would actually land, no, not she, wax will actually land 100% wax on her. It's a bit unfortunate when there's only 1 wax left to make it towards that 100% mark. Now then, once again, we do see that Mercenary is at full health though, so Mercy can definitely come into rescue anytime. But the problem with that, really in a nutshell, is the fact that the cipher machine is at 69% there, so it's a little bit more unfortunate of a situation than what we thought would be. For Sans right here, most likely we'll be getting 100% wax, but that was a little bit slow. Feck off. Oh my god, feck off. Oh my god, feck off. No, listen, right, if we do that in EU West and not in NA or America, that it doesn't land a hot wax. I've tried it so many times. Right, this is so unfair. Me with my 122nd MS, but also I am utilizing her last flute right there. Very nicely done. But let me go back to ranting. If you're in EU West or EU in general, and you have 100 pin, 100 MS, 120 MS, even though if it doesn't seem like you lag, when you do that hot wax trick, we did see that Shota did take like 0.5 seconds, well, I mean 1 second for himself, and then activate the hot wax. It doesn't work in NAU. No, it doesn't work in EU, it works in NA, which is why everyone in EU can play wax artist, and it's only the guys in NA that can play wax artist with a hot wax. If I can use the hot wax, I shit you not, I shit you not, I will be able to win all my wax artist game either by chair camp, or it's either by, I don't know, an instant down for second chase. Us EUS players can't do that, as we do see as well with the 60-30 pin. Oh my lord, we don't have that 1 second delay. We do. Oh, I want to cry. I want to cry. But also the fact that drop having a coffin nearby though. But the problem is when the exit gates open, you don't really have that many tide turner for you to take dungeon here. They really do want that 4-mana escape, but also at the same time, there's not much you can do as of now. Drops. The thing is, right, the Embalmer's coffin is really far, well, it's not really far away, but it's not near any gate. Utilizing that as of now, though, it does seem like we have Flywheel, we have Window Speed Boost, we will have Pallet Speed Boost soon, but there will be an immediate 100% wax right here. Let's congratulate Shota for that 1-man elimination. Well, I mean, we need to rely on D getting a 4-man elimination next game, so yeah, let's move on then, shall we? Okay, second half of game 3 for D to get a 4-man elimination here coming out as a Polun. It does seem like Alpha will be spawning in towards our 2-story setting here. But also the biggest problem here is in general is really with the fact that this is currently big boat. So you're not going to be able to land anything right here. Thankfully changing out, but this is going to be a Flywheel with borrow time. We're losing. Well, no, that didn't go through. We lost the Embalmer there a little bit. Should have been able to get a first hit there immediately, which is a little bit unfortunate. But with the Embalmer side here, being able to get away with that is very nice, isn't it? Should be able to get the first hit here, thankfully though. Along with the side, I think it's just really the fact that if Alpha decides to bring Windows, I think it will be better considering the fact that he is going to spawn in Big Boat anyways. But with that side note as well, going up immediately right here, timed it very well though with D's blink time. But I guess the problem here is he did take the, well, we got the Flywheel out, but we will get in down immediately. 65 seconds into the game, this is a breaking wheel alongside with a slot fact that we have a priestess with max portals. That's great. And then we have a mercenary who's already in nearby for D right here. It's gonna be very hard for him to get a 4-man elimination. So alongside with the fact that Mercy is basically just crouching all the way, D does not really see where the mercenary is. Cypher machines will be done pretty darn soon, but also at the same time will be forced to change towards human form right here, considering the fact that he actually does not have, yeah, he doesn't really have anything for him to utilize right there to, you know, get anything at all. But for City right here, if we can get a double down, it would be great and all. But Alfred decides that he wants it down a little bit further away so that it's harder for the Hunter to chair to waste a little bit more time, because all what the Survivor needs here really is a 1-man escape to win the game. For Alfred deciding to go straight towards the corner, the right hand corner, towards that drop down plank. This slow debuff is gonna hurt quite a bit though for the Hunter right here. We most likely will be seeing a coffin coming out here immediately, but for D to gain 4 more, this coffin will just allow survivors to rush really darn fast. Even though the survivors are missing 2.5 ciphers, really at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. They decode fast anyways, with accelerated decoding starting at 1 minute. And of course with D side, even though he's able to open phase 2, but what we're seeing as of now, he needs to land this, oh, he didn't land that, then it's game over. This is going to be not able to hit on towards Alpha right there. Is that muscle memory that I'm seeing once again that saved another survivor? It is muscle memory. It seems like we will be able to vault over that one, but with Alpha just containing without Windows speed boost, just looping around here, Jesus, this is scary. Basically it's a 30-second containment here alongside with the 8-second immunity time, but you know what, it is what it is at the end of the day, with the last 3 cipher machines almost being done. You know what's funny, right? Mercenary cipher was at 40% and the other survivors ciphers was at 0%, and now mercenary cipher being at 80% and the other survivors being at 80% as well. Isn't that damn fast? And then with Soba rotating straight towards 2-story here as well though, D realizing that that cipher cannot be controlled anymore, decides that he wants to go after City. But for City right here, he can just force it open, and it does seem like phase 2 will open right here, but immediate elbow pad away. There is still 2 elbow pads here on towards D side. You probably can only snap here and change targets, but forcing that second elbow pad coming out again is very nicely done. But here's another problem. One of the 3 cipher is a big boat, and can you chase after somebody in big boat when there's a cipher machine at 67% in beach? You probably can't, because this area is going to be one of the hardest areas for you to land any spikes on. Seems like Soba is going to immediately change to, well, not change, Soba is going to immediately come out with a portal, and then D wanting to drop down after hitting right there. It's a little bit unfortunate of a situation, but they're all opening 1 extra cipher. Soba here at the bottom left hand side of our screen currently smiling, saying, yep, we won, and a huge sigh really for the survivors here, thankfully. But for D side, it's a little bit of a despair considering the fact that his survivor got a 4-man elimination last game. Maybe he shouldn't have come out with a BQ, I won't lie. I feel like the BQ choice was one of the worst choices though, but should be able to blink down right here, but you probably won't be using blink here anyways, considering the fact that you are almost at endgame with no detention. Ivory here successfully dodging that, not vaulting over, buying a little bit more time right here. Another flywheel, another ball, brilliantly done, and it does seem like we'll be having, oh, that didn't land on towards our acrobat surprisingly. But it does seem like this will become a 3-man endgame with the survivor, with the Cypher machine being almost prime right there. Mercenary after rescuing here should be able to. I mean, he doesn't even need to elbow pad down, he just walks down and that's all what you need. Mercenary after the rescue right there, no realizing that, well, I mean, they probably think that this is an detention, considering the fact that D hasn't used his blinky yet. It's going to be a normal hit here, trying to go as far away from the chair as possible just so he can hit them down, but it doesn't seem like that'll be possible anymore. If CD wants to play a little bit more safe right here, you can elbow pad out, but it does seem like Ivory will become the main chase next. They're going to pop the Cypher here immediately to allow a full health Ivory. But probably chasing after City here would be the best course of action. But once again, the problem is Priestess still can immediately go towards the other gauge, along with the fact that City is doing a really good job with the open space containment here. Jesus criminy. This is why you can't really play Polun. This is why you can't really play Polun. Landing the first spike right there though. Second spike most likely will be coming out soon, but extended spikes probably was used a little bit early right there. That's going to be an elbow pad out there immediately. Probably should just snap here and start slugging the Mercenary to look out for more. But from the side right here, it does seem like he's deciding to do that. Immediate teleportation coming out. The exit gates is not opened yet. It's currently at 86%. So bad got a little bit. So bad you gotta be a little bit more sober than that. Utilizing the portal right to get over, but they should be able to get that one-man escape from the other side, considering the fact that Acrobat is already at the exit gauge. Now then, with that hit down, so bad, there's 75 seconds left, but there is no portals remaining, so probably should be able to play around the pallets here for a little bit of a longer time, to be honest with you. Gets to hit over the pallet there, very nicely done by D, but this is still a tie game here, so a little bit unfortunate. And we're going to see Ivory utilizing a snowball there to heal City. Well, let's congratulate the tie here for RC, and let's congratulate their win as well. Moving on towards our last match of day 3.